Okay. Now, if I can just go across to Parvez Memon at this point. I think we have some audio issues. We'll try and rectify that. But Parvez Memon, if I can ask you this question, how do you look at the Supreme Court's verdict in this particular case? This is by far a huge, scathing takedown of what Supreme Court itself has called as a huge defiance of the might of law, if I may use this word, because this is exactly how the Supreme Court has intended it.
Yeah, Sneha, there are two aspects to this problem that we are discussing today. One is about the Indian Magical Remedies Act, and other aspect of this is the Contempt of Court Act. So we will have to go into the history of this litigation, which emanates out of the Indian Magical Remedies Act, which in my view is applicable equally to Ayurveda, allopathy, or any other homeopathy streams of science, because it deals with misleading advertisements claiming to have magical remedies on people that they would be cured by magic. To give you an example, like, there is a schedule provided under the Indian Magical Remedies Act where acts relating to, growing of height or changing of skin color or, curing of cancer or such things which cannot be cured otherwise, they claim to cure. So unfortunately, in our country, Sneha, religion and superstition rule more over science and technology. If you see the figures of Patanjali here, the company in question, Patanjali Ayurveda has traded, their revenue last year was more than 10 crore annually. So you can see how people are being misguided through such ads and are given into this COVID and all situations. Going back from Indian Magical Remedies Act, the second aspect of this is the contempt of court. Now, when the Supreme Court has asked you to give an undertaking that you will not indulge into that act again, thereafter, after November, you again repeat that same offense in defiance of your undertaking to the Supreme Court is a grave contempt. Now, when you commit a contempt and you go back to the Supreme Court, the least that you can do is tender an unconditional apology. Now, Dr. Arora today here is misinformed that Baba Ramdev and the other director went with an unconditional apology. The fact of the matter is that the apology was not unconditional. They were trying to shift the blame to their media agency of Patanjali, and so also they were again trying to reiterate that the Magical Remedies Act...
Just hold that thought there. Let me just get Dr. Parmeshwar Arora to respond. Dr. Parmeshwar Arora, are you listening to this? This was not even an unconditional apology that was being produced before the court, sir.
No, it's a absolutely unconditional apology, and now we are not seeing any advertisement from Patanjali on TV channels. And बट मैं बार बार एक रिपीट करना चाहूंगा कि देखिए एक बहुत बड़ी मिस्टेक हो रखी है, एंड दिस इज द पॉइंट व्हेन इवन the media, the court of India, the Ayush and the health department, they should come together and decide whether this magic drug act जो है that is applicable for Ayurveda or not. Because Sneha, I tell you, there are hundreds of diseases which is incurable in allopathic science, but we are curing on daily basis. So इट इज नॉट लाइक कि आप ही बताएंगे, कौन बताएगा कि हाँ आयुर्वेद सही है या गलत है, ये बीमारी यहाँ पे ठीक होती कि नहीं होती. आई कैन टेक 10 names right now which is said to be incurable in allopathic science, but we are curing.
I am again reiterating this, and it is very important for my viewers to know. I am not endorsing anything and I am not taking away any endorsement. Our point of contention here is very clear. Do not cross the line when there is something which has been directed very clearly. When there is an undertaking before the court and you say you will not give any misleading advertisements, you will not make any claims, and Baba Ramdev tries then to say that there is huge research. What research are we talking about? What research has this been corroborated from across the world, please, sir? Which journal has this been published in?
Who will check, Sneha? We have to decide who will check that research. Whether an allopathic doctor will check the Ayurvedic research. Who will check? I think Ayush ministry should come forward and check that research and certify it. No, we don't want any allopathic doctor to check our research.
No, I'm sorry, sir. How can a Ayush ministry decide that it's only a government? They are not scientific experts. I'm sorry, they are not medicinal experts.